Do you think this fight will actually happen?
I think this is a really good point by this gentleman. Now, we've gone back and forth. I've thought it's going to happen. I'm not sure. There's a lot of money.
Yeah.
I mean, you said there's too much money. But he brings up a really interesting point, is that when Dr. J went from the ABA to the NBA, it validated the ABA, which is fondly remembered now. Boy, they're a good player, dominates this league. When Joe Namath went AFL and beat NFL, it validated the AFL. If Conor goes out there and loses, and I think he would, and it could be ugly, is it in the best decision for the UFC, trying to shrink the profile of boxing, to have their best fighter humiliated? I think he brings up a really hey, boxing would love this. They'd be relevant again. They would win the fight. It would make them look big and grand.
Here's the issue. There's too much money to be made. And that's what moves things. And Conor McGregor just had his flyweight belt stripped. And I think the whole boxing license thing is like, hey, Dana, I get it. I told you I wanted to keep both belts. I told you I don't want you controlling me. Conor McGregor's trying his damnedest to move outside Dana's control. You need me more than I need you. I see the license thing, and I see this fight as him trying to break the UFC chains. We're going to hear stories coming up about the UFC fighter union and things like that. These guys have had, and again, they're not anti-Dana, but they're like, hey, man, we're grown up now.
Do you think UFC wants to fight?
No.
See, I
don't think it's in their best interest.
Either do I.
But Conor McGregor looks at $100 million. Hey, Dana, you going to give me $100 million?
Yeah, I was thinking about this. Elvis was a great singer who made bad movies.
Yeah.
But it never dinged his singing career. Michael Jordan's baseball failures never hurt his legend. Like, so what if Conor loses? He gets rich, and he can say, well, I'm not a boxer.
Right.
But UFC?
This is good for Conor.
Yes.
Potentially bad for the
I
UFC.
agree.
And I think he'll lose that I think Dana will lose that argument with Conor. Be like, hey, man, I've done plenty for the UFC. Take care of yourself, because I want to take care of me. You just took my belt away from me that I earned. I think he's pushing back.
Yeah.